Titan Khazgaroth, who granted me the gift of the Forge, has relayed information from the Pantheon about our purpose. To create order from the chaos of the cosmos, the Titans search the great dark beyond for the Prime World Soul. This World Soul, the most powerful in existence, they would guide to become the greatest Titan of all. In time, they came to sense a mighty presence within the world called Azeroth. The Pantheon made their way to the nascent World Soul, hoping that their search was at an end.
Amazing. It's as though Keeper Archaedas was delivering the word of the great Khazgaroth himself. These logs must be the architect's personal records of everything. I wonder how many more we can recover.
I know of Archaedas from my studies in Khazmodan. But this World Soul he speaks of? Here on Azeroth? Do you think that's what Grandam Magni was hearing all those years when he was a speaker?
I am not sure what significance this might have for my people, or my purpose. But I have faith in the Titan's plan for us.
On Azeroth, the Pantheon sensed a powerful source of corruption. To protect the World Soul, they sent us, the Keepers, to lead the Titan-forged forces into battle. In time, we rooted out and defeated the threat, imprisoning its last vestiges in the deep places of the world. Then, led by Aman'Thul himself, the Titans set towards studying the soul of Azeroth to determine whether it truly was the one they sought. To aid the Titans, we Keepers were tasked with engineering the Manifold, a vast world-spanning complex of machines, forges, and installations. Working in tandem, they would bring order to Azeroth and create a means by which the Pantheon could examine the World Soul in depth.
That corruption the Keeper's talking about. That's the old gods. That must be why they were here as well. For the power of the World Soul. Though I've also read that while the Titans defeated the old gods, they tore a wound in the world. I always thought that was just a metaphor.
It seems clear now that Azeroth must be the Prime World Soul. That would explain why the Void, the Titans, the Legion, every cosmological force have sought to control it or destroy it over the eons.
What do you suppose the Titans needed to study about it?
We cannot possibly understand the intricacies of the Titans' reasons. But that complex Archaedas mentioned, I believe I know what that is about.
At the Titan's command, we Keepers began the acclamation. Each installation, all linked to the Manifold, produced vast numbers of Titan-forged workers. We fired the great forges to fuel the acclamation and empower the Manifold to heal the ravaged world. Then began construction of the Coreway, a direct channel to the heart of Azeroth that would allow the Titans to study the World Soul without harming it. However, as we delved deeper, we encountered certain obstacles, colossal crystals, which we came to realize were calcified chunks of the World Soul's essence. They are of great power, And I wonder how many yet remain undiscovered beneath the earth, all over the world. By word of the great Khazgoroth, the Titan's research has revealed that Azeroth's world soul is indeed the Prime. Our purpose may yet be fulfilled.
Enormous, powerful chunks of world soul essence. Do you think Beladar and Halifal could be one of them?
Potentially. But it was never within the scope of our edicts to study the crystal.
He mentions the Titan Forge making the core way. Did you know it was built to study the world soul?
We were created for the great purpose of serving the Titans, and thus we built it. Its purpose was irrelevant to us. We fulfilled our edicts dependably, and we have strived to do so throughout the millennia, despite Kaz Algar facing many setbacks.
Setbacks? What do you mean?
Long ago, the continents of the world split apart, and the machinery that powered our facility was damaged, cut off from the manifold. We were unable to repair the connection. We operated on auxiliary power for a time, but eventually it ran out, and we fell into disarray.
That must have been the Sundering. It's miraculous that any of this survived intact.
The great Khazgoroth revealed to me that the corrupting influence of the imprisoned old gods was affecting the world soul. To protect it, we had the Earthen construct the World Core, a vast chamber at the heart of the world. There, the world soul will slumber, with only the Titans to influence it. I must note a disturbing development. As they worked to greater depths, some Earthen began to behave erratically. This could not be countenanced. Most units were repaired and continued their work, but some began to physically change and crystallize. They named themselves Thragar. These faulty units were so greatly affected that they rebelled against us, attacking and damaging the World Core. In the course of studying them, it was determined that long exposure to the World Soul's energies led to the changes exhibited in their core directives. If we cannot prevent this from happening, it will prove catastrophic to not only the World Core, but to the Manifold itself. Measures must be taken.
I do not recall this happening. That should not be. This world core seems as if it was a monumental undertaking. And the Earthen malfunctioning? How would the world soul's energy cause that? This is very confusing.
By the way, what does he mean by repaired?
Unclear. But what he said about the Thragar rebelling is most disturbing.
The Thragar? That's what they called Granda when he first got to Khazalgar.
We regard them as legendary champions, almost demigods. To learn that their directives were just corrupted, that they were anomalies? Was everything we believed mistaken? Or even a lie?
Wait, you don't suppose... If the Earthen were affected by the World Soul's radiation, the closer they got to it, could it be that it was actually trying to reach your people? Asking for help, like it did with my Granda? and undoing their directives? Was it actually giving them free will?
I do not know.
With the danger posed by the rogue Thragar, the great Aman'Thul ordered the rebellion to be quelled, and the Thragar hunted down until the threat was neutralized. However, the issue of earthen malfunction under the influence of the World Soul's energies remained, and so a new solution was devised. The Earthen of Khaz-Algar will relinquish their memories into an archive to preserve recorded data and purge the influence of the World Soul's energies. By initiating this protocol on a regular cadence, we will ensure the Thragar malfunction does not take hold again. To secure compliance, the Titans have programmed edicts into the operational Earthen to regulate and enforce their discrete functions and efficiency. Thus, the Earthen will maintain the integrity of the Coreway and the machines of Khaz-Algar. Should the edicts be broken, more permanent failsafes have been set into place. With these difficulties behind them, the Titans have declared that the World Soul remains, dreaming, safely contained within the World Core, where no harm will come to it. I do not know why I commit this information to the archive, why I risk its discovery in the future. Perhaps the World Soul's influence does not extend solely to the Earthen.
What we've learned here, it calls the entire history of Azeroth into question. What if our history isn't what they said it was?
So the Keepers stole our memories and let us believe that it was for our own good? That it was so we could continue to fulfill our purpose? No, not even our purpose. We built the greatest structures the world has ever seen, and they set us to become maintenance drones, just cogs in a machine.
And it does seem that they did it to keep you complacent, obedient, following their edicts, and eliminating those of you they couldn't control.
Those edicts, they were bonds of servitude, and we never even knew. And then when the sundering happened, we were cut off from all of it. And Archaedas never returned to help us. Why didn't he return? Our entire history, our culture, held in that archive. I want my memories back. I want all our memories back. Damn the Titans.
I'm starting to think there's more to the World Soul than the Titans wanted us to know. That they had other plans for it, and Azeroth, than we were led to believe. What if all of us, even Archaedas himself, have been deceived?